We are back again in the new series, Mystical Devices. Okay, now the other devices I talked about, they're actually real mystical devices. This one right here, I wish it was reality, but then again, it's actually, okay, I'll say this, it's actually from a movie, one of my favorite movies, The Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. And you know what I'm going to talk about? The Dagger of Time. It is from a movie, yes, but I would not be so quick to say that this thing can't exactly exist somewhere. So let's just jump right into it. Mystical devices. The Dagger of Time. Now, many of you who have watched The Prince of Persia, Sands of Time movie, that's one of my favorite movies. I've probably watched it millions and millions of times. I love it because it puts you in one of my favorite places, Persia. And it talks about the holy city of Alamut. So let me just, again, I'm sorry, let me just get right back into it. I just wanted to put that out there. The Dagger of Time is an ancient artifact created by the gods. The function of the Dagger of Time is identical to the use of it in the Sands of Time trilogy. So it's also a trilogy around that, not just the movie, but I'm speaking about the movie itself. The abilities of this Dagger of Time. The Dagger of Time has the ability to reverse time, but no longer than a minute. Its ability to manipulate time cannot be used in combat. When Destan, who was in the movie, everybody knows Destan if you saw the movie, accidentally pressed the jewel pommel when attempting to fight Tamina, you guys know Tamina, my favorite, in the movie, it immediately reversed time to before their fight. Rather than aiding him in combat, according to Tamina, the dagger is not much more than a dull knife without the sands of time. This is what she said in the movie. The sands of time are stored within the glass hilt of the weapon. How the sands of time are transferred into the weapon is never revealed. However, if need be, an amulet, she had the amulet that she was holding, that hold the extra sand, or the sand that she got from the sands of time. So it's a device that, it's a two-part device. You have the Dagger of Time that activates the sands of time. So without each one of them together with the component, it won't be able to reverse the time. If need be, an amulet holding the extra sand can be used to restore its depleted amount. When the wielder manipulates time, the sands of time flow out and form an intricate pattern designed on half of the wielder's arms and torso and create an impression of past moments as time reverses. The wielder is later transported back to their bodies before the moment that the dagger was actually used. And to go into a little bit of the creation of this dagger. The Dagger of Time was created when the gods were convinced that they needed a young girl to spare humanity. When the sandstorm trapped inside the sand glass, the gods ensured that the only thing that could break the crystal was that infamous, most powerful Dagger of Time that we're talking about. So it was placed in guardianship and then passed down from generation to generation of these guardians. And Tamina was one of the latest renditions of those guardians. Guarded by the family of Princess Tamina, the dagger was placed inside the holy tabernacle atop the high temple in the holy city of Alamut, Persia. And you all, if you don't know the history of Alamut, I have to do a video of that, but you guys should know that. You should know the holy city of Alamut in Persia, Hassan, Isabak, the Hashashin, the Aga Khan. You should know this. And was later entrusted to Tamina. During the invasion of Alamut, Prince Destan discovered the weapon and later learned to use its abilities to his advantage. This is not the actual Dagger of Time, but it is a dagger, one of my favorite mystical daggers that I own, and it was designed and crafted by the artist Stephen Licata of Licata Knives. So it reminds me, you can press that hilt of that mystical dagger, the Dagger of Time. We're talking about mystical devices, and I'm gonna go on with a whole series of these types of devices. This one is not real per se, but it is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It inspires me. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to watch it myself again. It places me right where I need to be. It is showing the power of some mystical devices. But I want to say, like I said in the beginning of this video, everything hasn't been discovered yet. We don't know. Somebody could actually have had this Dagger of Time, Sands of Time, and has already used it to reverse time. So I'll leave that with you just like that.